Good morning, peeps. I haven't even done my ice massage yet or been on the elliptical or anything yet this morning because Amazon likes to start my day with an email that makes me feel like I've been ripped further off. So far, my experience as an Amazon seller, both as a publisher and now in the handmade forum, has not been good. It has not been good. It has, it has been like I was bent over, shall we say. And I'm sure it's not as bad as it could get even. And I'm very, very displeased with the way this company does business and am dismayed so far that people keep going back to them. Oh, it's convenient. It's wonderful. It's the place to go. Yeah, well, you can make it a place to go, you know. You can vote with your wallet and your feet. That's what being a free country is all about. When you stop being allowed to vote with your wallet and your feet, that's when it stops being a free country on that level. So you should exercise your rights when something's wrong. When it comes to Amazon, I gave them a shot because they were supposed to be so wonderful. And so far, they're like, you should invest money. Yes, I should invest money, and I have been investing. I shouldn't invest in order to get ripped off. This isn't the mob. So let's talk about what I woke up to. You may recall in the last episode, I had sent some items to the handmade warehouse. Some of them were very large milk baths. Some of them were, honest to God, only that big. Pendants and charms that were wrapped in bubble paper, so the packages themselves were probably that big because they were individually wrapped for shipping with their labels on them. And the large items made it into inventory. The little items never did. None of the little items made it out of a sealed and taped box that they could not have fallen out of unless somebody opened the box. I suspected that the likely scenario was that they, got misplaced, although the thought that they were stolen also has entered my mind. And I I disputed their decision and asked for an investigation. Now, asking for an investigation from the place that is notorious for this, and I have heard people talk, but no one's reporting it like I am doing, because this is wrong. And let me put it to you this way. These corporations that sued to get the rights of normal people and won on some scale, yes, they did. I remember when that was in the news. If I go to I don't know, somewhere, and I pick up a pen, and I accidentally, because you can accidentally walk out the store with that pen, I'm getting arrested for shoplifting if I get caught. Okay? It's a pen, they don't care. It's shoplifting. Okay? It's a crime. So why should they get away with the same thing? They wanted human rights. They wanted to be treated like people. But anyway, I don't know, that's a silly example, but I'm not happy, So this morning I woke up and there's an email waiting for me. I'll read it to you. You're going to love this, right? Greetings from Amazon. Shipment blah, 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 has been investigated for inaccurate item quantity and box issues. During your shipment creation, units were assigned to specific boxes in order to help the receive process go smoothly. Yes, they were assigned, and I put them in their box with their sticker, wrapped for safety, in plastic bags even. During our investigation, we found that various quantities units of your following ASIN, FNSKU, as in fuck you, SKU, were not in the boxes they were assigned to be placed in. As such, these issues will be upheld on your shipment. Invalid quantity. Yep. Asking them to investigate this issue was like asking the Senate to investigate something that they themselves did and determine if they're guilty. at this point, because of that, it went from possible misplacement to stealing in my mind, because they're not even going to try, and that's stealing. That's stealing. They have stolen, and it was quite a few items. So I'm going to do a rough estimate of about $100 they have stolen out of my pocket. Most likely more. Even though I only sold the items for about $12 a pop, it was a good many items. And it took me a very long time to make these items. And my followers, people who follow my work and want my work, collect these items, and they stole them from me. They have stolen my time from me with their negligence, if it wasn't outright pocketing. The truth is, the most likely scenario is they were lifting out the heavy stuff, and the person was lazy and accidentally threw the small items away because they weren't very thorough in looking. The second most possible scenario, and let's face it, people are dishonest, is that these items were pocketed. After all, are they going to be held accountable for these items missing? No, obviously they're not. So they can get away with it. It wasn't as likely before. I had a feeling they weren't going to be held accountable, but that scenario wasn't as likely before I learned that they're not going to be, definitely not going to be held accountable. I was hoping maybe they would actually look or apologize, that I would at least get an apology for losing my fucking stock. And I did a quick look, and people, they make a mention of it online, and that's as far as they go. They're not going into the details, they're not going into the story, and that's why my little Amazon series is here. I can't replace those items. I am not doing well financially at this moment. I mean, I'm doing better, but I'm not doing well enough financially because of the past year's events to just say, oh, I'll just send more items and I'll spend another week making these items for you to steal and or lose. Thank you so much, Amazon, for reading me up the arse. So that is it. So my experience with them on the publisher side, because they were really quick to get back to me when I suggested they were stealing, weren't they? And I'm still waiting for the intellectual theft of my book to be resolved, and it has been weeks and weeks. Yep. So I don't know why people continue to deal with strictly them. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to trust the warehouse again. Not only when you send it to the warehouse, they hike it up because there's a storage fee, there's other things that sound reasonable until you realize that you're also risking your stuff getting lost and or stolen. And, the high chance of it is pretty high because that was my first shipment to them ever lost or stolen. Like a large amount, lost or stolen. And so I really feel, people, that we need to find better selling grounds. I did look at jet.com, but unfortunately with Jet, you've got to actually be like a corporation or something, so that was out. Etsy, I used to kind of make money once in a while on Etsy a long time ago, and now it's oversaturated. I mean, there are a lot of people who are hand-making stuff, and they're putting stuff in from a warehouse, and I recognize the items because I will buy them on occasion myself, so I know that they're not, handmade the way Etsy used to be, and your stuff kind of gets buried in the mountain because it's oversaturated. Now, I met somebody at that convention I went to recently that is making okay with her stuff on Etsy, and I'm really glad that her stuff is that kind of popular. My stuff is not mainstream enough to be super popular. But you also have to question, hey, honey, how well would you do if the market weren't oversaturated with phonies? And, I'm not saying that everybody on Etsy is phony. I'm just saying that there's an influx on Etsy. Which eBay, I used to actually, my first true art sales were on eBay when eBay was new and good. And now they're oversaturated, and I don't think I've sold anything on eBay the few times I've listed in something like 5 years at least. So I don't know. Very displeased. When it comes to the book selling side, I opened up an account with Alibris, A-L-I-B-R-I-S, because they have several platforms. They have a wider reach than Amazon, believe it or not, and I can hook up to Amazon if I want to with them. I don't know if I want to. There is mention of a warehouse with them. I'm waiting for my online store with them to go live. I had calculated that between the cost of maintaining my own online presence store and them, it was cheaper for me to just go to them. So I am shutting down my online presence store, and I'll have the domain reroute to the Alibris store when it's open, so that you can go to Alibris. And what's really nice about going to Alibris is you won't be stuck with just shopping at my store. You can go to my store, you can look at my stuff, put all of my items in the cart because you love me, and then go to other stores and love other people. And and it's also very helpful because I resell Filk at the Odd Convention, which is sci-fi geek folk music. And I resell for Prometheus music and Random Factors. It started off with me reselling for Leslie Fish because, you know, I felt like it was a good thing to do. And I'm not really good musically, in case you didn't notice. I love it, but I'm not that excellent. And so doing this is kind of cool because I get to work with the Filk, you know, despite my lack of physical training. So it's kind of cool. You get to meet some really cool people and get to hear some awesome music, and it's a win-win. I'm not like a major reseller, but I have some stuff, and with Alibris, I'm able to add it to my stock. So I'm so far I'm happy with Alibris. I haven't made any sales to them yet, but let's face it, I've only had the account a week and a half. But Amazon has been bad for me, and there are other people that are saying it's bad. I don't think I'm going to be able to trust their FBA warehouse again. I could be shipping them an elephant, and I don't know if I could trust them to use it. So that's the update. And we'll see how it goes, guys.